Welcome to Art Journaling through Philemon Part 2. Today we're going to build on the art journal page we created in Part 1, adding one final element that beautifully illustrates the message of Paul's letter, a debt that has been paid in full. I'm so excited to spend this time with you as we layer through the word together. So let's get started. Here are the supplies we'll be using today: mixed media paper, instant coffee, black and brown pens, alphabet stamps, and a leaf stamp. Gather your supplies and let's create together. First, I want to give my paper the same vintage aged look we created for Paul's letter. Simply add a little instant coffee to a cup of water and mix it with your paintbrush. Brush the coffee over your paper to create a warm, sepia look background. While the paper is still wet, you'll want to sprinkle a little dry coffee onto the page to create darker spots and a natural texture. Once you're happy with how it looks, you're going to set it aside to dry. Since I'm continuing the page from Part 1, I'm carefully adding the coffee stain to the back of my letter because I'd like room to finish writing out the book of Philemon. I just don't want any of the water on the front because my ink will run. Once your paper is dry, tear or trim it to size that will fit neatly inside your envelope. If you'd like, distress the edges using a brown ink pad or lightly brush them with your coffee mixture. Make sure to let it dry after you do that. Using a brown pen, draw light horizontal lines to resemble an old receipt or ledger. Now stamp the word debt across the top in black ink. I decided that my lines were too far apart for my words, so I'm going back through and adding a line in between each so that it's easier to write on. So below debt, we're going to write the words you owe and then bullet point the words disobedience, wrongdoing, rebellion, and sin. Next, we'll stamp paid in red ink and write in full underneath. At the bottom, we're going to write paid by Jesus Christ. And then we're going to add the reference for Colossians 2:13 through 14. This verse reminds us that he forgave us all our sins. He canceled the record of the charges against us and took it away by nailing it to the cross. Slip the debt receipt into the envelope behind the heart. I love this symbolism because it reminds us that the love represented by the heart is only possible because Christ first paid our debt and restored our relationship with God. On the front of the envelope, I'm writing part of verse 12. I am sending him back, therefore receive him, that is my own heart. Philemon 1:12. If you haven't already finished writing out the book of Philemon, now is a great time to complete it. the end of the letter, I'm stamping a few leaves for decoration, and then I'm going to take a torn piece of paper with the coffee stain on it and glue it over top of the stamps with these words: debt paid, grace given, relationship restored. Those 3 short statements beautifully summarize the message of Philemon. I'm looking over my page for a few places to add small hearts to tie the whole page concept together. And finally, add today's date and write Philemon somewhere on your page, and your journal page is complete. Congratulations, you created something beautiful today. But even more importantly, you slowed down, spent time with God, reflected on His Word, and created alongside the Creator. My prayer is that every time you look at this page, you'll remember the beautiful message of Philemon, that Christ paid the debt we could never pay, transforms hearts, restores broken relationships, and calls us to extend the same grace and forgiveness we've received. May the heart tucked inside the envelope remind you that you are deeply loved by Christ, and may the debt receipt behind it remind you that your sin has been paid in full through His sacrifice on the cross. Thank you so much for joining me as we completed our study of Philemon. Join me Monday as we continue our journey through the 10 shortest books of the Bible and begin our first Old Testament book in the series, Obadiah. Until then, may you continue to walk in the grace of Christ, remain rooted in His Word, and allow His love to transform your heart and overflow into every relationship.